One of the hardest tasks in sports is to go from being the worst team in your respective league or division to the best. The Astros did just this in about 15 years. Today I'll be covering three main points. I will first start with the Astros in their 2005 season when they won the club's first National League pennant, and then I will go over the 10-year rebuild that they went through, in which they utilized the Moneyball approach, which is utilizing all of your cap space and getting the most bang for your buck with your players. After this, I will go over how they used this approach to develop their farm system and develop players like MVP Jose Altuve and Carlos Correa to win their club's first 2017 World Series title. First, I will start with the National League pennant that they won. According to BaseballReference.com, in 2005, the Astros won the National League pennant over the St. Louis Cardinals. They went after big names like Roger Clemens and Andy Pettitte to use all their cap space just so they would be able to go after that one and done type year. They knew that they would not be able to hang on with teams for the long haul, so they decided to go after those big names so that they could compete in the meantime. They were the 4th seed in the playoffs and the underdogs, and they still managed to make it to the National League Championship Series and win it. Following their peak year, they had a devastating 10-year rebuild in which they included seasons like the 2011 season, in which the club had a record 111 losses. According to MLB.com, this was the worst in club history. Using this, they had to trade away all of their talent to build their farm system, which would end up being very important for the later years and eventually help them win the 2017 World Series. They traded away all of their veterans in order to get all these players and talent so that they could acquire names through the draft. This is when they adopted the Moneyball approach. By utilizing all of their draft picks, they acquired a lot of talent in which they had to teach them and help them grow in their game so that they could get the biggest bang for their buck. They had one of the cheapest payrolls in baseball, but some of the biggest names in baseball as well. They had a record 101 wins in 2017 and went on to win the 2017 World Series. They won their division by 20 games, which is an astounding number in any sport. Here's the Astros. This was the newspaper article that was published in 2017, and the bottom headline reads, "In their 56th season, Astros bring home their first World Series championship." This just magnifies the fact that the Astros had gone through so much turmoil and brought back all this talent just so they could win this one season and this one World Series, but they're not done yet. In conclusion, the Astros were the best team in the NL in 2005. They had all this talent, and they started really hot, but they knew that they weren't going to be able to hold on for long. After this, they got rid of all their talent, and in 2011, they recorded 111 losses, a club worst. After this, they utilized the Moneyball approach to develop their talent and farm system and went on to win the 2017 World Series, a club first. In conclusion, the Astros went from being the worst team in the MLB in 2011 to the best in 2017. This is unforeseen in any sport, and it is so hard to do to utilize draft picks and teach them in 6 years just so that they can come to the pinnacle of the sport. The Astros are one of few teams to be able to accomplish this, and probably ones that will stick around for the long haul.